Oh my gosh. Oh, also, my chat is not updated. Ha ha ha. I was gonna be like, wow, I haven't seen you since last year, but that joke doesn't make sense. That only makes sense for New Year's. What the? But yeah, what did you all think? That was Out of Air. Woo woo woo! Yeah! Oh my gosh. I didn't get my snack, so I apologize if this is a bit shorter than anticipated. I was like too busy like checking my messages and stuff like that, but yeah, what a banger, thank you! Shiny says, absolutely sick, nasty song. Oh my gosh, I'm glad you think so. Yeah, so again, huge shout out. We also have, I think, I just got a tweet in, so I'll read that. And then I don't know about the other tweet I think Mark Curian mentioned. So I looked through all of them that I saw, so I'm not sure which one I might be missing. So I apologize. Maybe if you want to, like, I don't know, bring my attention to it on Twitter. Maybe I missed it. I don't know, sometimes Twitter can be a little bit weird, so I apologize. I also have a guest, who, whenever they're free to, whenever they'd like, they can hop in. You can, oopsie daisy, you can hop in whenever. They weren't able to make it in earlier, so, they're gonna pop in, say hi for a bit. And then we'll talk about the song, yeah. Okay, I'll look for it. While we wait for our guest. Okay, refresh. Refresh. Yeah. I'm assuming you have the same handle. I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. I'm like sorting it by different things, like latest and top. Maybe if is it media? Should I sort by media? Okay. I'll take a look. I don't know. Twitter can be so weird sometimes. Maybe it's under media. How many things is Twitter not showing me? Oh my gosh. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, oh my gosh. Now I'm like, what other ones have I missed? Goodness gracious. I'll look into that. Maybe there's some weird... Yeah, you see, like, Twitter will, like, randomly, like, I don't know. Yeah, beats me. What the hecky, as they say. Oh my gosh. No, we don't know you can pop in. It's okay. I was talking to the guest. So, okay, I'm gonna keep hunting. Yeah, that's weird. And I don't think there's anything on my end that might be causing an issue. Yeah. No, I guess that's a little odd. Huh. It's kind of a spoiler. Oh. Yeah, no, I don't think... Yeah, I don't know why. Huh. Interesting. But yeah, before... also, I need to read a new tweet. I didn't get the screenshot for this one, my apologies, but I'll go ahead and just read it. This one is from Panama. Oh! Oh, cool. Wait, yeah, there you go. Wait, that's cool. Wait, stop! Okay, wait, hold on. Let me read Panama's message first. I've been watching your streams for a few months, and I'm super happy to have found you. You're such a positive inspiration in life. And I feel like I'm learning to face my life's challenges in a more positive way. I wish you the very best. And happy birthday! Yeah. Hashtag Rita Birthday 2025. And I'm seeing it here! I think you know what it is? Twitter can be so weird about links. I've noticed that. That's why I don't put links in my, I don't know if you guys noticed that. I don't put links in, like, my main tweet. That might be, like, why? Because I don't know. Since you said you were new to Twitter, I don't do that. I don't put, like, I try not to put links directly in my tweet. Because it's, like, Twitter tends to hide those. So if you notice on my tweets, underneath, I always put the links. It's really... Anyway. Happy birthday, Rita. You and your music have been a huge inspiration for me ever since I started following. You're part of the reason why I have the courage to make and post a project like this. You truly give people the wings to fly. Wait, can I play it? Is that okay? Do I have your permission to play it? Is that okay? Of course, yay! You guys, it's Heartbeat's solo flute cover. Oh my gosh. Literally, stop. This is so amazing. Hold on, hold on. Wait, and the art is so cool too. Wait, let me make sure you can hear it. So let me turn off my EGM. And then we can talk about the song, okay? I know that that's what the after party was supposed to be for. I know! Oh my gosh, we gotta listen to the whole thing. Everyone, lock in. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me get my desktop audio. Yay! I'm so excited. This is gonna be so fun. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna put it like lower volume and then we'll adjust it. You have the sheet music? Yes! Yeah! Like maybe put it in like the, in the replies of this feed. Okay, let's listen, everyone. Wow. Wow. Wow! Oh, this is so cool. Oh! Wow. Wow! Ah, wait, this is so cool. Ah! Oh, it sounds so nice. Oh my god, imagine like a flute concerto. Oh, wait, this part sounds so nice on flute. Wow. Yeah! This is so beautiful. Oh, 4 beats louder. Oh, this is so pretty. Oh, this is so pretty. I'm so glad we like found this. Oh, that was so beautiful. Oh, this is so nice. Oh! This is so cool. Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, it's so clear. I agree. Oh, yeah. Dude is literally Noah, for real. Oh my gosh, off-seer moment. Oh, my stream is like playing. That's funny. I opened up my Twitch and I accidentally played it. Silly goober. Wow. 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 Oh, our guest is here, but we're still listening to our last gift. So, my guest, please wait patiently. We're almost done. I apologize. It's funny because my guest can't hear it either, so they're just hearing me react. Oh my gosh. Wow. Here, I'll send them the link so they can listen along. Here you go, my guest. Sorry, to my guest who's sitting so patiently, quietly. We're listening to one last gift, so give us one moment. I apologize. This is so good, though. This is so wonderful. Wait! Wait, imagine, like, my original... Oh, my gosh. I had an idea. Anyway. Hope we can take out the countdown text. I just had an idea, okay? Wow! Literally time to call up BTSL. Amethyst, thank you so much you for the super chat. Very much appreciated. Aww, this is cute. I like this ending bit too. Good job! That was amazing, Mercury. Oh, you know what this really, I really want to do like a concerto of one of my originals. Do you think I can convince management if we can add like another reach goal? Would you guys be interested? And then you all can vote which original song. Oh my gosh, and then Mercury, and you can record the flute solo. That'd be cool! Like maybe we could do a viola concerto, or it could be like a voice concerto, and then we could have our very own archangel in the orchestra. Yeah. Yeah, I'd appreciate it. Thank you. But thank you very much for this wonderful gift. I'm glad I was able to find it. Let's go ahead and welcome in our guest, who's so patiently waiting. Hello, guest. Our surprise guest. Yay! Yahoo! Welcome. This is none other than... Oh, no, you're fine, Rhea. Thank you so much for joining in. I don't have your Discord Fugi up, but for those who don't know, this is Rhea. What did you think of the song? Yay! Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, wait, sorry, hold on. No one can hear you. 1 second. I forgot I turned it off because we switched on over. Let me see. Now we're gonna have to redo that all over again. Wait, ready? And go! Hi! I forgot that we changed things over since I changed to a new stream. But
no,
what did you think of the song?
It was amazing!
Woo!
It was amazing. And before I say anything else, I have to just make sure. Archangels, we did remember to go hype the video, right?
Oh, yeah. Don't forget to hit that hype button.
Not to flex or anything, guys, but I was the first person to hype the video, so not to flex.
No, you should brag about it. Just kidding. Oh my god!
Can we try to get to at least 10,000 hype points, guys?
What's like the average number? I think like I don't know. Like what's a good number?
I
oh my gosh!
Don't know.
The most is that like something?
Is 5,000. The most I've gotten is 5,000, and that's 10 people that hyped the video. That's 10 people.
Oh, so how does that work? Why do they have to multiply it by like a factor of like a...
I actually don't know. Maybe because like big number equal like more like ooh ah. Like
ooh, yeah.
Ooh, like I
That's
don't know.
true. 5,000 does sound cooler than 10, but if you think about it, if it means the same thing, then... Oh my gosh. Oh, Twy used all 3 hypes for the week. Aw, I appreciate
so
that.
You can hype the same video 3 times?
Okay,
Very
everyone, if you feel, you know, inclined to do so, you can use however many hypes you would like to.
But let's try to get to at least 10k hypes, guys.
Let's get to at least 10k hypes. Oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, when I realized, I was like, I'm so embarrassed. It's been a while since I felt like this embarrassed.
Really? No, you shouldn't. To be fair, you're not the only one, so don't feel embarrassed or anything.
Okay, that does make me feel a little bit better. But like, I put it on my like schedule and everything, and I like got up and I was sitting in my like little chair, and I was like, oh, I'm so prepared. I'm so ready. And then I
feel that.
I was like, wait a minute. What time was I supposed to call?
Oh, that's so silly. That's okay. I mean, it's happened to me before, I'm sure. But it happens to the best of us. I'm just glad that you're here. That makes me happy.
Yeah, and of course, happy birthday!
Yay, happy birthday! Thank you. Oh, it's been such a lovely birthday. It's been such a wonderful donothon so far. So my heart's been so full, and it's been such a fun and exciting weekend. So, yeah.
And I also say I totally think you should add another stretch goal. I don't think anybody would mind at all.
You don't think? Well,
no.
let me like message our management for that.
Yeah, I mean, you can just tell them you're doing it.
I'd be like,
but,
just a silly little thing. I'll be like, hey, just a silly little thing. Can we add another stretch goal? Because I was thinking like, we can make like a concerto of one of my original songs, like a
Mhm.
remix.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think that'd be
Mhm.
cool. I was inspired just now. Oh my gosh. Oh, the dream though. Like, imagine if I made an album of like, oh my god, like Rita Kamishiro, the symphonic album. Oh!
Mhm.
Oh! One of my favorite CDs is this Inuyasha Symphony CD. Is
Ooh.
so good. Like, not to be a fangirl or anything, but I really do love like listening to orchestras. So,
I've
yeah.
always wanted to go. Okay, so I've only seen like a couple orchestras, and usually like it's usually like movie orchestras. But I really want to go see
Mm,
like I remember like a while back, Stardew Valley was touring their
I heard about
orchestra.
that.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
Near Automata, and I tried to get tickets to that one, but it sold
Yeah.
out really fast.
I really want to do. I really wish I could have done that because I got to. It's same music, AWR Music, right? Who does the
Mm-hmm.
Nier?
Yep. Yep.
I got the chance to go backstage for their Genshin concert,
Ah,
and I
that
got
one
to
looked really
interview
good.
their conductor, and such a cool guy, such a cool guy. And the venue was beautiful. It was my, I think, second time there, so it was really nice being back at Carnegie. It's such a beautiful venue. Goodness. Yeah, and I want to go back. So beautiful. But oh, I would love to go. Maybe I'll have to add that to my like to-do list, or I don't know, birthday wishes.
um, I would really like to see. I'm sure you would too. Do you know if Xenoblade has ever had an orchestra?
No, I've literally made this like joke on stream. Well, not even joke, because I'm actually like low-key, high-key serious about this. If they announce like a concert tour, I'm like immediately like gonna set up a donathon to go. I'm immediately gonna email them. Hi, I'm Rita Kamishiro. I'm a music student and I'm also a content creator. Please let me in. Let me in. Xenoblade Orchestra stretch goal. Okay, we'll just go donate to VTSO and tell them that we need to do a Xenoblade concert so I can play viola for that.
Which Xenoblade? Or just all three of them?
Oh, all three of them would be cool, but Xenoblade Chronicles 3 specifically. That's the one that, you know, is near and dear to my heart.
So the thing about Xenoblade Chronicles thing for me is that I started playing it at a very unfortunate time in my life.
Oh no.
I literally only started playing for the first like 2 or 3 hours. And then I didn't have time to play it, but I was really enjoying it.
Yeah.
And this is when it first came out years ago. And I just never have had the time to go back and play it. But Xenoblade Chronicles 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. Cried.
That's such a good one. I literally sobbing. For real. Oh
Cried.
Ugh, I could talk about Xenoblade all day, but I gotta wrap up my whatchamacallit after party. We're gonna talk about the song a little bit. And then I'm hungry. I've been like putting off making some extra food. So I was gonna do it during the premiere, but I was like too busy being hyped.
You wanted to watch it, yeah.
Yeah.
But
do you wanna like sit here with us for like the chatting, or I don't want to keep you if you gotta go and skedaddle.
I would love to, but I actually have to go make food for myself.
Of
as
course,
well.
see, very important.
I haven't eaten yet. We're all so hungry. I really just wanted to get the chance to come and tell you happy birthday, because I love celebrating people's birthdays so much.
Yeah.
And I realized that like I was late to the party. I was really sad.
Oh no, but I'm happy
like,
I could squeeze you in. Of course.
I love celebrating people's birthdays. Yeah, thank you for giving me another chance to come on and celebrate you, and we love you, and it was such a beautiful song. And
thank you.
Don't forget to hype it.
Yeah, don't forget to hype. Like, share. All right, thank you.
Yeah, happy birthday! Thank you. Have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your donathon, and have a wonderful rest of your night. And bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, how fun! How fun is that? All right. Yeah, out of air. Woo! All right. Let's talk about out of air for like 15 minutes, shall we? Well, first of all, is there anything you want to know about it? First of all, before I start yapping, you all know how I am. So yeah, I wrote this song. When did I start writing this one? Let me check my messages. Because I know I wanted to do this for my birthday. I think that was like the main sort of thing for a while. Because I know I have a lot of projects, and I know a lot of them get moved around. there's one that was supposed to come out like in September, but then lots of other stuff happened. The good stuff, I promise. So that it ended up getting pushed to later. But it will happen. A couple of things got pushed to later or is back in the backlog. Let me see if I could oh gosh, yeah. Back in like June. Yeah, back in June is when we started working on this. Or kind of got like the demo and I was like, okay, I want to write lyrics for this one. This is really cool. But yeah, Out of Air is so, I don't know, I wanted to write about something that I, like a sort of like personal journey that I'd been starting recently that's been giving me like, I wouldn't say grief, but it's definitely like a new journey. And of course, every sort of new learning or new experience can have its ups and downs. And so I wanted to just write about that experience and just talk about, I don't know, what I feel and what I experience and things like that. So yeah, this is specifically about my, because I feel like I've known for like a few years. I've had a very, very strong suspicion for a few years that I'm ADHD likely, and I'd always had like, ways to deal with it, sort of like my own strategies of like coping with it, and for the most part, right, I've been able to get through like school and like work and things like that, and but yeah, it was only recently, like this past year, where I, talked to like a therapist about it, and then, got, I don't know, like got my journey started, if you will. And it was really interesting because I learned so much about how it affects not just how I work and how I like, I don't know, how I am as a creative, but it also affects like your social life as well. And I didn't even realize that. And like, as I learned more about it, I was like looking back on my childhood even and being like, wait, oh my gosh, that was a sign, like that was part of it too. So it's been really interesting. And so I just wanted to write sort of some of the more difficult experiences, feelings, but also kind of like a hopeful, like this is just part of who I am. And it's a learning journey, and it's not something that I'll like, oh, I finally have all the answers. I know how to conquer it now and I'm good for the rest of my life. It's just going to be something that, I always keep learning about. And, sometimes I'll have good days where I, feel like I have everything on lock. And then there's going to be some days where I have to just be like, you know what? Lazy days are okay. Yeah. So let me take a look, see here. Yeah, I did the lyrics for this. Yeah, the demo was completely different, actually. I think Luz's only request was that I don't change the lyric Out of Air. So that's the only lyric that's the same from the original demo, because Luz was like, I really want it to just still be Out of Air. So I honored that request, but I still think it really fits with the theme, because I feel like a lot of times I run myself ragged. I think a lot of me having ADHD is a lot of I don't know, like a lot of it has to do with, and again, this is my personal experience, right? Feeling like I have to make up for something that I lack. Does that make sense? It's like my own, I guess, personal like complex, if you will. So I'm constantly like go, 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 right? But also at the same time, it's almost like I get like so much like dopamine from like completing tasks, or like if I just started an idea, right? I get super duper excited and like, I don't know, like I'm constantly chasing. I think in the lyrics, I'm chasing that high from another victory, right? I not only do these things because like they're really cool and stuff, and I don't know, but I feel like I tend to get a lot of like rush from big things that I accomplish, and sometimes I forget like in between those, because obviously we have like natural breaks between big projects and things like that. I forget sometimes that it's normal to just like, okay, cool down. You don't always have to be doing, you know what I mean? So that's sort of part of song there. Let's see. Was it fun to make? Oh, it was. It really was. I'd say though, most of it was like, boom, I got the lyrics down really fast. But I think it was the faster parts that I had more of a trouble with, because don't know. I guess I was like, there's so many things I could write about. I just don't know which one I want to focus on. And so at some point I just like sat down at a cafe and I was like, I just need to write down something. And I just picked the I don't know, the thoughts that came into my head first. And how does it feel to write a Billboard Platinum? Can't believe I was here before it's #1. Oh yeah, don't forget to pre-save it. Shiny, do you want to share the DistroKid link? I don't know if it's out yet. It might be out in your time zone, depending on where you are in the world. But yeah, it's really cool. Let's see here. I'd ask, do you still feel the way portrayed in the lyrics? They're well written, but I do feel slightly worried. Yeah, I mean, I guess. But I mean, not in any sort of like, I don't know. It's just like a, I don't know. It's just something that like I always like have to work on, if that makes sense. Yeah. I can see the concern, but I wanted to like talk more about like, this is how I'm being unfair to myself. You know what I mean? Because like sometimes because I was talking about this, right, with my therapist, and I was like, yeah, like I was so upset that like for whatever reason, I just like couldn't decide what to do. I had so many things I wanted to do and needed to do. And I was upset that like I just had really bad executive dysfunction and I couldn't do any of it. And I was just so upset at myself. And she was like, okay, but who set that expectation that you had to do all those things? You did. You did when your body is telling you, hey, I need to relax. I need to rest. And that was like, whoa. That's crazy. And like, and obviously like I still catch myself thinking like, hey, whoa, why do you feel upset that you didn't do quote unquote anything today, right? When I did, right? Like, hey, I practiced today. Hey, I cleaned up and like caught up on chores today. What do you mean you were lazy? What do you mean you didn't do anything? And hey, even if you did do nothing, it's okay. Like lazy days are fine, right? And it's like, you'll get things done, right? And you just gotta listen to your body. And that's kind of why I wrote in the last, the outro, if you will. Or the bridge too, kind of like, I feel like I constantly logic my way through things. Not all the time, but sometimes I'm like, I focus too much on, okay, this is why I feel that way. Problem solved. I understand it now. Not a problem. But sometimes I don't let myself just feel what I'm feeling and like pay attention to how I'm feeling instead of just like, okay, I understand it. Oh, problem solved. I figured it out. You know what I mean? So yeah, that line in the bridge, I'm trying to make amends, making sense of my mind. I feel like I'm so quick to do that sometimes instead of, you know, just stopping and like listening to how I feel and, you know, because I mean, I say that all the time, right? But you know, we all sort of slip into moments where it's like, oh my gosh, I forgot to do that. You know, I forgot to use that tool that I had in my toolkit. So I would say, yeah, I feel like every once in a while I catch myself like slipping up, right? But hey, that's part of the journey, right? Learning how to get used to having that conversation with yourself where it's like, you know, hey, it's okay to be lazy. You know, we all have our brains have been trained a certain way. You know, we all have different ways that we were grown up or taught to think or you know, feel or whatever. And it takes time to retrain those muscles. So yeah, just like, you know, your arm muscles or your leg muscles. So it's never a linear journey. So I try not to get upset at myself for, you know, catching myself like, oh gosh, you're being self-critical. It happens, you know, like we're not perfect. And I own those moments and yeah, I try to move on from those. But yeah, I wanted to share some more of my like difficult, you know, feelings. But yeah, I mean, I feel like I've done that with a lot of my previous songs as well. But yeah, for sure. Okay, let me scroll through. Yeah. But I will say though, lazy weekends are such a hack. Like allowing myself to have a lazy weekend, so good, so healing. Let's see here. Yeah, everyone's unfair to themselves in some way sometimes, and like I feel like part of it is like we shouldn't be upset with ourselves or slipping back into like an old habit or something. I don't know, like fixing a habit isn't like perfect, you know what I mean? You're not gonna suddenly get it right. But yeah, you just gotta give yourself some grace and move forward, I guess. Mm-mm-mm. Yeah. Yeah, like logically understanding of your feelings versus like actually like internalizing them, feeling them, like I don't know. You know what I mean? I think it's definitely different. And I feel like sometimes I'm like, oh, just let yourself feel the feelings. Don't try to logic it out. You know what I mean? Out of Air just really hit a lot different. Really? What do you mean? Like in comparison to like my other songs, or yeah. And absolutely, Mercurian, it's not gonna stay fixed forever, for sure. You know, just like any other part of your health, like exercising your muscles, right? Exercising your mind and exercising your brain. It's not gonna stay that way forever. Your brain's always changing, you're always growing, and you know, things that worked before might not work for you always, right? Your strategies, your tips, your coping strategies, what have you. You should always be working on your toolkits, whether it's for exercise, physical exercise, or mental exercise. For sure. Honestly, for me, part of like my toolkit is music, right? I feel like a lot of my music is me expressing my feelings and understanding them. And in turn, you know, allowing you all, if you have a similar experience, to be able to sort of resonate with the lyrics, and maybe it helps you sort of understand maybe something that you're feeling, or maybe if you've never experienced what I'm talking about before, it sort of opens your mind to an experience that other people might have. But yeah, I feel like that's a big part of why I make music. But yeah, I mean, huge shout out to the team all around. A really amazing group of folks on this team. Of course, we have Luz, who composed this song. Very cool. SF said it gave Persona 3 vibes. Do you guys agree with that? As someone who hasn't played it, I don't want to like say anything. I have listened to the soundtrack a little bit though. Of course, SF on mix, amazing work as always. Make me sound like a superstar. Art by none other than Nonanon. And video by Torcel Official. I'm Torcel. Not sure if I'm pronouncing that properly. I apologize. Be sure to check out the entire team. They're all so hardworking and super talented. Pleasure working with honestly, I've worked with all of them before. So really a superstar team right here. Yeah. It's hard to describe. I'm not good. Sorry, I'm reading a message from Nara. It's hard to describe, and I'm not good with words, so bear with me. The themes just felt heavy, and it just relays what a person with ADHD, mental exhaustion, goes through. So it struck a chord with me. I'm really glad that it resonated that way. It is exhausting. it is a very exhausting experience for sure. It's very frustrating in ways. But I feel like making this song and learning more about it, learning about other people's experiences and how they talk about their experience, I don't know, I've come to think of it as just who I am, you know, nothing to be like ashamed of. Almost like it's my own special little superpower, I guess. Yeah, but it really is cathartic. Like you said, like you can feel it, right? That exhaustion, and it's just so cathartic to be able to like convey it, you know? Because it is. It does get very exhausting sometimes, especially like if I'm having a particularly rough day, you know? Yeah. So it really is like healing. Music is very healing. Is the trend here? In my sort of messages. Oh my gosh. So yeah, I'm really glad that I can share this I don't know, experience with you all. I feel like just this whole today, honestly, has been very cathartic. Honestly, I think sharing it finally with you all has been, yeah. Woo! I don't know, with every song release, right? That's how it is. It's finally you all get to hear it. It's just as cathartic to feel seen in a relatively underrepresented perspective. Glad you made this song. Yeah, of course. It was very like, it was cathartic, yes, but also challenging because I was like, how do I put this into words, right? But I feel like I get that I feel that challenge every single time I write a song, right? Not just for like my originals where I talk about my experiences too, but even with like character songs as well. I absolutely agree, Jared's music absolutely does promote healing of the soul. For real. So many feelings today. It has been a great birthday. I'm getting hungry, so I'm gonna go make myself a birthday dinner. Yeah. But thank you all so much. Please continue to stream and share out of air. I'm not gonna set up a raid because I'm really hungry actually. So go and do good things. Be well. Here. Instead of a raid, I have a homework. Oh gosh, for you all today. Oh gosh, I should have thought ahead of what I was just like, oh, maybe you could do something fun and different instead. As another gift for me, I guess. You can pick one of 3 things. Okay? Number 1, so you can pick whichever one you feel comfortable with, is to try to find ways that, or I guess strategies, skills, or whatever, that allow you to understand your thoughts and feelings more. I know, ooh, feelings, oh gosh. But yeah, whether it's listening to music, you know, watching video game cutscenes or anime, maybe that share a similar experience. But I don't know, just, or maybe like even sitting and having an uncomfortable conversation with yourself about some not so good feelings or thoughts that you've had recently, and really try to understand yourself. Why, like really get to the root of it, you know what I mean? Number 2, if you, again, you pick and choose depending on your level of comfort, right? This is kind of a 2-parter, so I guess 2A and 2B, right? So you can decide either if you feel like you can, if you feel like you've gotten I guess a grasp on how you're feeling. Take the next step of like reaching out to talk to somebody about it, like a friend or like a trusted adult or professional, or I guess you can separate this into 2 and 3. I don't know. It seemed a little similar, maybe like 2 sides of the same coin, but you all can decide. I don't know, like figure out how to externalize it, or maybe like take that next step of like researching about it, finding resources about it, or actually like using a resource, right? I know sometimes it's tough to find the time to do that, but find the time to do that. I'm only really saying this because like this previous journey that I took, I say previous, very recent, that inspired out of air, wouldn't have happened if I didn't just do it, right? Do myself the service, or, you know, take care of myself by taking that next difficult step of like reaching out, you know, learning about what I could do about it. You know what I mean? So I guess, yeah, we can call that 2, not 2A versus 2B. And the third thing is checking on a friend, checking on a loved one. I don't know, maybe if, you know, someone's been going through a tough time, checking on them, how they've been doing, see how things have been going. Or honestly, if you can't think of anything off the top of your head, of anyone kind of like going through a thing, or maybe they're going through a rough time, just check in on someone you haven't messaged in a while, see how they're doing. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna leave you all with. Do with that what you will. But yeah, go forth, be good as you can be. Try your best. And have a wonderful rest of your day, afternoon, or evening. And as always, I'm the idol to give you the wings to fly, Cyber Angel Rita Kamishiro, at your service. Bye! And I know that sounded super sappy, but I care about you guys. I care about the archangels, of course. So whatever I know is super sappy, but what do we expect here? Yeah, just be well, honestly. I think that's a really awesome gift. Take care of yourselves, take care of one another. Yeah. And do your best. Okay, bye!